The outlook for the next 12 months is pretty difficult, I'd say, for a lot of the third world countries. World food supply is certainly under the pump at the moment. World supply and demand is definitely decreasing. We've got lower levels of wheat around the world and likely to decrease again this year. Very, very high prices. And I guess what you see then, you see demand destruction coming from the buyers as well. So there's competing aspects here of people wanting to put more grain in the ground and to sell it at very high prices versus buyers who don't particularly want to buy it at very high levels. A lot of our grain goes to third world countries and they've got to have the capacity to pay. And at the moment, that capacity to pay is actually being withdrawn. It's making it very, very difficult for them. So they're looking at substitutes, cassava and rice and potatoes, whatever they can possibly get, because they need to feed their populations. And we did see this in the Arab Spring a number of years ago, is that if you can't feed your people, you will get food riots. And politically, that's the biggest no-no you can ever get. What we have seen is we've seen a lot of government intervention. We've seen places like Brazil and Argentina and Russia. There's import restrictions, there's export taxes, and they vary by grain and by shipping spot. So all of those things actually are making it difficult for third world countries to get grain, but also for us to export our grain as well. Now we've had a lot of grain here in the last 12 months and we're gearing up so far to look like a pretty good season going into next year. When we look at that, that's a good situation for Western Australia and for the eastern states in Australia. We've got a good start to the season. We can keep the shipping going at absolutely full pump for the next 12 months. That's a great thing for the world, and we are the food basket going into Asia. It's just the issue of actually getting our grain to port and then being able to get it on a ship, which is where we're seeing that we're not quite being able to capitalise locally on the prices that are on a world scale at this stage.